Hi everyone, it's Dave here at Hatton's Model Railways with a little bit of a guide for you today on something slightly different. Now, a lot of you really get into the model railway hobby for a brand new train set, whether it's a birthday present or a Christmas present, but there's some little tricks and tips into how to set one up to get hours of fun working with one as well. It really is a great entrance into model railways that you could start off with there, and some really good opportunities to use your imagination in this fantastic hobby as well. This is a live broadcast on YouTube, so if you have any comments or questions while I set up the train set for you, please do get them in the chat and I will keep an eye on that as we go through. If you have any questions after the stream, head over to our website at hattons.co.uk where our help desk guys can help you out, or put a comment in the chat as well and we'll be able to answer your questions there. But the set we're using today is Hornby's latest train set, the industrial freight set. Now, this comes with pretty much everything you need to get you started. This has got the full circle of, well, the oval of track with the siding there as well. We've got the small 040 tank engine and 3 wagons as well. So you've got a full train, you've got a full set of track. As you can see on the box there as well, we do have a controller, a power clip, a plug. Everything you need is available in these sets, and this is just one of many that we have available at the moment as well, with different styles of loco, steam, diesel, electric, you name it. So a lot of the skills that we'll be discussing today can be carried across all those different sets as well. So when we're putting the track together, when we're putting the wire together too, many of those skills are universal. And just to give you a look inside that box as well, we can see there are a lot of the components that we're going to be using in setting this up. So we have the track, we've got a full circle of track there, 8 pieces. We've got the point for our siding. We've got the power clip there as well and the power track. We have our controller, the plug, and our rolling stock as well. So we've got everything we need to get started there. And of course, these are available from us right now as well. But what I'll be doing is I'll be showing you through the basics of getting this set up. And I will just tilt the camera now and we will do that right in front of us. So I'll get the set ready. Now, the first thing, the most important thing here is putting your track together. Hi there, 3D beginner. Glad you can join us. Do let us know if you've got any questions at all regarding putting your first train set together here today. So to put the track together, you will see that the sleepers are plastic and the rail itself is nickel silver, and you can just see the joiner at the top on the top rail. Now, if you look on the second piece, you'll see that there is a corresponding joiner there as well. So that's how these slot together. Again, no soldering, no tricky wiring at all. You grab these, make sure the rail is sitting in the fish plate as per so, and then just push firmly and they will go together. And you've put your first piece of track together to get started on your layout. So let's put this into place. Now, you are always better to run a layout on a board if you can, but if you are setting it up temporarily on some short carpet such as this, is fine as long as you've cleaned or hoovered it beforehand. So we now have our first piece of track in place. So we're ready to go there. So a couple more guys in the chat there. Hi Clive, hi King Fox Junction as well. Glad you can join us. And of course, this video is for beginners to model railways as well. A lot of you will have put a train set together already, but this really is some skills to get started in the hobby as well. So if you have some knowledge yourselves as well, please do let the guys know in the chat and we can all share our knowledge and get started on train sets. So if we're putting more track together there, again, just to show you how that goes, if this is your first time or your second time, just slot that in, the fish plates as per so. And of course, the track also is what carries your electric power through the layout to make the locomotives run. So that will run through the rails along your layout as well. So we'll just get that second curve there in place. And usually the best thing to do for these starter train sets is to allow yourself between about 1.5 meters and 2 meters if you've got a fair bit of space and 1 metre in depth, as you can see here. So most large dining room tables, if you have one to hand, or a wooden floor in a front room as well, is a really good opportunity to set one of these up. Really glad to hear you've got a layout already there, 3D beginner. Did you start with a train set such as this? Do let me know in the chat. So we'll get our pieces down here as well. So if we go further into the box, we have our remaining curves, but we also have our straight track pieces too. And all the track that you see here will be compatible with the track that we sell extra on our website as well. So you're not just limited to the track that comes within this train set. You will also have the track that you can buy extra to expand your layout in the future. But this setup we're setting up today is going to be a small oval with a little siding in there as well. Hello there, Norbert Rowe. Glad you could join us. So I will just put that bottom piece in, as you can see. Again, just sliding those fish plates together. I'll give you another quick preview of that on the screen as well there, so you can see exactly what we are doing. So they slot in. This is one of the things that quite a few people find tricky the first time, but once you've got it, you've got a knack for it there to be able to slot those in and out. And if you're taking it away in the evening or putting it away after you've played with it, you can just take them apart and put them together as per so. So let's take a look at some of the different components we've got here now while we build this. And of course, the most important part of any layout is making sure that your power gets to it as well. And this that we have here is Hornby's power controller. I will just take it out of the packet for you. Hi everyone, thanks for coming along. As said, I understand that some of you will already have set up quite a few train sets, but this is really to help beginners to our hobby understand how to get these train sets off the ground as well. So this is Hornby's latest power controller. So all you do to drive your trains is set the direction you want to travel, either left or right, as per so, and turn the dial, and that controls the speed. So you'll see at the back there as well, you have your input for the electrical plug and your output wires there as well for accessories if you wanted to go down that route in the future, such as signals or points on your layout. But we don't need those today, just for setting up the basics. So I'll take you back down to the track. We are just about getting going here now. Just tilt you a little further there so you can see everything we've got on the go so far. And we will start getting this into place. So to complete that circuit, we need a couple more pieces of track there as well. So I will start getting those into place. So we now have our point as well. And this is to be able to change the tracks on the layout so the train can go down a different route. So you can set these up with electric motors. But if you wanted to just start off, you can move these just with your hands as per so as well. So we'll get that connected to our layout. I'll just pop that in for you now. Bear with me 1 second. So you can see there again, just slotting in those fish plates. And that goes in absolutely fine. We'll put that just here on the outside of our loop, but of course with these pieces they're all set sizes, so you can build them in a number of different ways as well. So that's now slotted in there. While I'm down here, we'll finish putting in our curves as well. So this usually takes between about 5 to 10 minutes to set up if you're taking it out of the box for the first time as well. So really easy to get started with a small set such as this. Just again, clipping those pieces together there. They are all set sizes as well, so they do fit together absolutely fine. All the rail joiners that you see attached to the ends of the track come pre-attached as well. So you don't need any tools at all to set up a train set such as this. You just need a pair of hands and a little bit of imagination as well. So I will just finish off on this side. I will just put that clip in. And this is the important piece of track because this is where the power goes in. You will see the two slots there on the end. You can just see there. Now that is where we connect the power to the layout, and this comes from the back of the controller. As we can see here, this comes pre-attached to this wire already added, and it's a really simple connection here. We just press down the two little studs on the controller, on the piece of track, sorry, and push the wires in, as per so. And that then is a secure connection for our wires from the controller, and that's part one of our electrical circuit as well. Just taking a quick look at the chat there. So 3D Beginner says, when will you open? Now we're open on the phone lines and sending orders out at the moment, Monday to Sunday, 9 till 5. Our physical store isn't open at the moment, but you can still order from us online, and our help desk guys and girls are here as well to help you out. So a couple of word chats there. I said, great to have you all here as well. Thank you very much for joining us today. So I'll just take a moment there to just make sure we've finished our circuit here, because we need our plug as well, which connects the circuit to the mains. And this is just as easy a join as we found with the controller as well. So I will just show you that before I took you back towards the layout, which is just down there for you now. And to connect that, you will have the socket on the end, just goes in as per a normal plug into a normal socket there. So a little bit messy at the moment, but we've got our wires all ready there to actually start operating the trains as well. So we'll get that into our circuit now. I'll just take that down and just take a second to connect that up. So that is joining our circuit here. I'll join these two pieces of track for you as well. As I said, this is really easy for beginners to get into as well, joining in for the first time on their hobby. So I'll just put that in there, and you can already see there that our full circuit is taking place. Again, you can put this on a tabletop, you can put this anywhere you like. And finally, the last piece of curve goes in there. So we have everything attached. And again, just making sure those fish plates slide in absolutely fine. The rail joiners there. And now we have our circuit. All ready to go, all ready to plug in, as you can see. Swap that round so you can see a little better. We've still got our box there. And I will just plug this in. I'll thread that underneath the rails there and plug it in there as well. So that is now ready to go. As you can see to the side, you can see that we've got a full circuit of track. We've got our point coming off there in the siding as well. We've still got our loco in the box, but we now have the controller wired up to the track and wired up to the plug as well. A couple more little bits in the box as well, should you feel the need for them. We have plastic clip-on buffer stop, which you can put on the end of your tracks. Now again, this is a really simple fix. It just presses down and clips on as per so. And that's pretty sturdy. That'll stay on there to make sure that your trains don't come off the track on the end of your siding as well. And then that piece of track just clips back together using the fish plates there as shown. But we're pretty much getting there now, guys. We've really got everything set up and ready to go. So we've got the last piece of track there, which can be our siding. So let's have a look at the chat again. Good to see you all here, guys. Glad to have you. So a couple of questions there as well. Any recommendations for a loco, for an industrial loco circa 1930s? Have a look at our Andrew Barclays there. Actually, there's quite a few of those available at the moment in various different colour schemes. There's industrial greens and national cobalt liveries there as well. But this little loco that I'll come to in a second is a really good starter loco as well. It's been in Hornby's range for quite a few years now, but it is a strong little reliable locomotive that's quite a bright colour scheme as well there. Now, again, for beginners, just for your understanding, the electrical motor you can just see there is what powers the locomotive and makes it move around your track. The power actually comes through the rails itself there, so you need all that connected up for everything to work. And the couplings on the end are what actually mean the trains and the wagons and the vehicles can connect together. So we'll get our loco on our track and give it a little bit of a test run. Make sure everything works. Just see there now that we do have our full circuit in place. I'll just put that on the layout. I'm going on the Helltown website too. And away we go. So it'll be a little quicker than that at home if you're setting up your own layout. Obviously, I've been showing you things on the screen there as well. But it only took us a few minutes there to get our first train set going. We've used no extra tools and we've only used what's in the box as well. So really easy to get into building your first train set, whether you want to leave it up permanently or whether you want to expand it with further track pieces as well. You can buy additional pieces and make your layout larger and larger as you go on. And I'll just show you some of the vehicles that come with this particular set as well. So these are two of Hornby's wagons. You've got the towed brake van there, which is where the guard would sit on a train, if you're not too familiar with the purpose of the vehicle. And of course, an old-fashioned goods wagon there for transporting various different materials, such as coal and goods as well. So these clip together using the couplings on them as so. And then you put them straight on your layout. We'll just stop the locomotive there. And we'll hook these on as well. So you can change the direction and bring the locomotive back. It's a little push there. And you just clip these together. Again, no tools required. Just clip together as so. And then our train's away. So that's really all there is to it, guys, really. It's really easy, as you've seen, to get a train set completely set up and running, whether you want to do it as a little bit of a hobby or you're starting thinking of building a really big layout, maybe in your garage or your loft as well. These starter sets, such as Hornby's, are available now as well. We've got lots of these in different types. And every skill that I've shown you today is pretty standard across the range as well. How the track clips together, how the electrical power goes in as well from the controller to the plug. So a lot of the skills you can use whatever brand of train set you buy. And of course, all the track's compatible in 00 gauge as well. So you can expand your layout, you can add a lot of the scenery. We've got various items behind us there to really give you some inspiration for expanding. We've got further locomotives, steam, diesel and electric. There's also buildings and scenery as well. So you can really start to turn your layout into a model railway. So the story starts here, but it certainly doesn't end here. This really is the chance for you to get your imagination going and build on this with the skills you've just learned and start making a really large layout. So thanks a lot for joining, guys. Hope you've enjoyed this session. As said, there's a lot of people out there from beginners to experts. So if you have some expertise on building a layout already, please do pass it on to the beginners out there as well, so they can get just as good and build some fantastic layouts that we all love to see across YouTube and various other places. Otherwise, hope you've enjoyed this session on setting up a train set, and I'll see you next time.